will find other people who say the same. It's not written in Tanya. I never said what I said is written in Tanya. There are other Hasidic books, the other literature by Chabad, and you will find what is said in it. Okay? Tanya is the entrance to the Chabad world. Okay, but there are way more suffering you have to study. Like, there are so many Likutei Sichos. When you study them weekly, you need, I think, 8 years to finish them. There's a study circle, the Likutei Sichos study circle, like the Talmud study circle. And you need 8 years to finish them. I mean, there's a lot of study, and it's definitely mainstream Chabad. Okay? The rebel is still here. He's the most potential candidate for Moshiach. Nothing I said is a strange messianist take. Okay? And the rabbi who was on stage said, yes, he is the most potential candidate. It's like, okay. Everyone can say about me everything they want because I spoke only about my experience, which isn't a French experience, but I stand to it. Okay.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Halsey, please go ahead, and then we'll have the rabbi come back in.
So, true to form, for some reason, this space has been going on for, 7.5 hours, and so many people have been in, but Rabbi Litvin got pissed at me. So, he was DMing me, and he was saying, it's not right for religious people to be in a space like this, because, with a title like that, and I said, I don't have a problem with the space, I love all Haredim people. I'm in here standing up for Haredim as I always do. And he wrote, well, do you only like some Haredim? And I said, no, I don't look at things that way. I love all Jews. If there's Jews I don't like, it's because I assume it's something I don't understand. So if you can't make me understand, then that's your failure, not mine. I can say there's things that aren't for me, but if you think that I'm wrong about something, explain to me why I'm wrong. I'm not retarded. I'm not closed-minded. Make me understand what's okay about this if it's seeming like there's a machlokas now. Excuse me. So we're going to be talking later, and I'll probably get yelled at, but that's the theme of Twitter these days.
I know Rabbi Litvin well from Clubhouse, and Mishmink knows Rabbi Litvin well from Clubhouse as well. He's a fierce debater.
Yeah, I tried to speak.
No, wait, let me finish. Let me just finish real quick, because I'm going to run. I'm not debating anyone on these things. What I said early this morning, Yiska agreed, Michal agreed. It's been the general theme of this space that there's a lot of things that seem off, and that it would be if they're not going to address them, then everyone's just going to assume they are off. So it's not a question of if I say, oh, Chabad is the same thing as Christianity. It's I don't need a debate. Just tell me why that's not wrong. Why is it that I see something and you're telling me it's not so? So tell me why it's not so. Why is there this general idea that Chabad rabbis worship the Rebbe or any of this? I'm not making fun of you. I'm not being rude. I just want to understand what's going on so that I can make the best decisions for me. Because you know what? Whether you worship the Mashiach or not, it doesn't matter to me a hill of shit. I don't daven at a Chabad shul. I don't know that many Chabadniks, and it's not going to change me at all. But out there's a lot of people that might be changed by hearing a good, rational explanation for why this is the perception and why you think that it's not true. But if there's anything I've learned in all my time on this cesspool of an app and just dealing with white nationals and all of that, you accomplish absolutely nothing by just branding somebody else. There's no more surefire way to make me not listen to you than just assume that if you yell at me, it's going to somehow get through my thick skull. It won't. It would just make me dislike you. So, I'm looking forward to a productive, and I'll ask him if it's okay if I can tell him what we talk about. But I just thought I worried about this a couple weeks ago too. I went to fundraisers for the local body association, my white boys there. And I went and I found a lot of the things that they were saying very problematic in terms of the way they were talking about the Rebbe. At one point, the Rebbe said, the shul said something like, well, as we know on Rosh Hashanah, when the Rebbe inscribes you in the Book of Life. And I idea that we would do that. And I asked Rabbi Harris, what's going on? Like, because I don't get it. He just said, I think it might be a problem. And he didn't explain any further. He just acknowledged that it might be a problem.
Halsey, 1 second.
Choose over it.
Halsey, 1 second. I just want to make sure I heard what you said correctly. I'm so sorry. They believe that the Rebbe inscribes them in the Book of Life. Is that what you just said?
They believe this.
Which you referenced there.
That's what she said in the speech.
The Rebbe inscribes them in the Book of Life.
Right, so I don't know if this is a general belief, if this is just her belief. I don't know. And as I said, I'm not trying to disparage all people for even if someone just makes a stupid comment. You know, but at the same time, for me, it's like, if there's something I'm not getting, I want to understand. I want, like, if there's a different point of view, I want to hear. I don't come from a religious background. I didn't spend all the years in yeshiva when I was young. I've been learning Torah for 20 years now, but that's, you know, people got many, many more years on me. And I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be looking at things the wrong way, and I want to love every Jew. So if Kabbalah is beautiful, tell me why it's beautiful. Don't come in and yell at me about how no one believes it. It's that same shit when people go, oh, you come in with all these bullshit rules from the Talmud about having sex with underagers and all of this, but don't you realize, like, no one even cares about the Talmud. It's like, that's not a defense. What you're basically saying is, I agree it's horrible, but don't worry, no one gives a shit about it. A, it's not even true, and B, why would you just confirm to them that it's awful? Like, why wouldn't you try to figure out, like, what they were saying, whether it's true or not? Like, I don't like the argument of that, oh, don't worry, like, the majority don't think so. It's like, okay, well, let's say, for argument's sake, 1% of Chabad makes sense. Why? Why do they think this? Like, what does Chabad do to try to kind of counter this? Like, do you think it's a problem? Do you think it's worth it just ignoring it? Maybe it'll go away? Like, tell me about these things. I want to hear them. And I think we don't do enough of that. Like, we don't just want to hear explanations anymore. We want a gotcha. Like, he said that, I nailed her. Like, it's not going to do us any good. It's just going to serve,
But I don't think a lot of times they want to give us explanations, healthy, because if they give you an explanation on what you just asked, then it just makes them look exactly the way we think they're looking. And just to, I put in the purple pill again, because we've started this twice already. It says, tonight is your test Kislev, the day on which Alter Rebbe was released from Russian prison back in 1798. By the way, in the video, which I hope you all watch, he's singing nice, beautiful song, hating on the Misnagim like crazy. It's celebrated by Chabad Hasidim as the Rosh Hashanah of Hasidus. Yom Tov, and so I would imagine, like, from what I'm reading here, if it's the Rebbe who sings in the book, it's probably for Chabad's Rosh Hashanah, their special one that they made up.
As I said, we're supposed to work with people favorably until there's a reason not. And I don't want to believe that there's this huge group of Orthodox Jews that are just running around spreading it. So, and I know that it's very easy to demonize Orthodox Jews, because I see it all the time with different groups. So I want people to explain it to me. I want to know why it is. And don't distract. Don't say, yes, but they do this awesome thing with this fulfilling. I'm not talking about the thing with fulfilling. Whether I like that or not is irrelevant to the conversation. I want to know about these things I find problematic.
It's out there.
That's all I want to know today. 1 second.
I agree with you. I think we should be able to talk about this without coming in all hot, calling people liars, and the worst thing, calling Jews who love Israel, oh, you're just like a Palestinian. That was disgraceful, and this is not how you're going to get an audience. You won't gain an audience. Gain an audience. Let us want to hear you.
Thank you. He equated us, actually, 1 second. He equated us with, 1 second. He equated us with Hamas lovers. He equated us with Jews for Palestine. Now, I'm exactly like Halsey. I don't want to believe the worst. For years, I had great respect for Chabad. In fact, there are people in this room that when they wanted to get more connected to mitzvot and Judaism and Torah study, and they come from a secular background, and they will do it. The people in here know that I'm talking about them. I was Chabad. There are issues that have presented themselves, okay? I've spoken with Chabadniks, they have told me things that have shocked me, okay? Shocked me. That all other forms of Judaism have to be wiped out and come in under Chabad, because otherwise Mashiach won't come. Excuse me? Excuse me? Second, please. Thank you. Thank you. That the Rebbe is more connected to Hashem than Moshe Rabbeinu was? Do you understand how sick that is? That he was a greater prophet, that he had a greater connection to Hashem than Moses? This type of teaching, they're pulling in secular Jews that are trying desperately to reconnect with their background, with their roots. They didn't get it at home, and they're teaching them nonsense. So when we have these questions, and from truly a place of love and respect, I'm not going to get into the details, but people here that know me know I have great respect for Chabad over the years, okay? So when we have questions and we're told, shame on you, I've had Chilonim that don't know the first thing about Torah telling me I'm not a Jew. I am in fact a Jew. I'm in fact an Orthodox Jew, and in fact I'm living in Israel. So when I've had a rabbi in Kentucky, which is, excuse my, I'm not even going to go there. Sorry. Rabbi, or you should join my spaces more often because you keep me on the straight path not to curse. Anyway, I'll get back to my point. Halsey, hold on. To have him come in and insult us and to slander us and to cast aspersions as to our character and our Judaism, and to have all of the diaspora Koyonim in the background demanding answers from me in DMs and messaging me and tweeting me that I'm not Jewish for this. We are entitled to understand their viewpoint when we don't understand it. Why does that make us villains? We simply want to understand because this contradicts our understanding of Torah. We are allowed to ask for clarification. The fact that the goalposts are immediately moved to turn us into villains that we're trying to do something wrong here for simply wanting to understand is sinister. Do not avoid discussion. Do not avoid debate. Come, join us. Talk to us. Explain to us how your viewpoint isn't the antithesis of the Torah and Rambam's teachings. Please, I would love to hear it. And for everyone demanding answers from me in DM, it's so good that Rabbi Ori is here because I'm going to control myself. But take a hike, okay? Take a hike. As Halsey said, we are entitled to ask questions when things don't make sense. So, out of respect to Rabbi Ori, take a hike.
Can I say one last thing before we go to Rabbi Ori? And I'll make it quick. Okay, if they're regularly donating to Chabad for years, okay, so anybody who has an inkling of that she has something against Chabad, it's not true. Not true at all. And also, I would ask that anybody who thinks that I have something against Chabad go through my timeline and see how many times I have directed people, all types of people, Jews, non-Jews, to Chabad website. How many times I've taken information from there and posted it. I have had a lot of love and respect for Chabad, and I still do, but we have questions that we, and like how he said, and Iska, that we are entitled to get answers. We're Jews too.
Land my plane. I gotta run. The host and the co-host, I'm gonna give them a little credit right now. They taught us a lesson over the last couple of months that it took us years to learn, and we're probably going to be hurt by this for a very long time. When Cheryl first came on the scene, almost everyone knew her story was bullshit because it didn't make sense. But almost everybody said, but she's a net fact that she's lying about who she is and all of that. And because we took that attitude, years went by and she ripped people off for like everything they had. She took everything from them. Because we decided that her posting was good enough that we could overlook the fact that she was just a glaring liar. Okay? And when we do that with any group, whether it be Hasidim or whether it be Chabad or whether it be Modern Orthodox or anything like that, if we don't ask the questions to understand ourselves, we could be enabling the next show or the next group that does something horrible or anything like that. That's why we're supposed to ask this. So if you're going to come to Yiska and be like, oh, you bitch or whatever, I don't mind pushing cover. But like, if you're gonna like come at her like that, like, what do you expect her to then log out and be like, I told her? Like, do you think Jessica thinks about you for like another second after you just called her an ass? Like, they all
They've done is disgrace themselves by calling a Jewish woman a goy. That's what they've done. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just saying that regardless of what you think of anyone, everyone brings value to this nation, to our cause, to our country, to our people. Like, understand that people have different viewpoints and different like ways of looking at things and ways that they help. Cursing people out and calling them a goy is probably the most retarded way to deal with a disagreement ever. Like, if you want to just go down in the annals of retard history, just be good. I'm sorry. Please go.
So I agree with Halsey, and I agree with Iska, and again, my personal story goes back to 2004, where, people started talking about Chabad Mashiach and all that, so I took it seriously. I went to a library, I took a book like an individual from Chabad that wrote it in Australia. I still have it in my library somehow, all the proofs that the Rebbe is Mashiach, etc., etc. I took it seriously. I took it to the library, and I spent there about probably 7 or 8 hours researching, etc., looking at all the sources that he brought and whatever. Again, like I said, I found 2 sources, examined them, and I said, doesn't hold water. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Gesundheit.
Saddled with tax burdens,
And
which
from
are 3.7 higher than
2004, that's the end of it. Now, I agree with the speaker before that came, I can't see her now, but she was here, and she said, Chabad gives I would call it like a glitter and a fuzzy feeling, kids, that easy, whatever, meeting at the airport, filling, food, whatever. Nice. Very nice. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. People want to feel at home. People want to feel Yiddishkeit. People want to feel that they're amongst the heathen, where they go to a desolate place in Wazoo. But again, you gotta keep your eyes on the ball. And like Halsey says, when people want, I say it's the second stage. The first stage for people that go, the feeling is a good feeling, everything is good and dandy. If you want to develop, that's what I'm saying, if you want to develop in your Judaism and you want to look deeper, obviously you cannot stay in the one place. You have to move onwards. Okay, so nothing against Chabad again. It's glitter, like she says, it sparkles, fuzzy feeling, great feeling where Chabadnik's always smiling. Everything is good and fine and dandy. Learn the Tanya, etc. But always have in the back of your mind that this is 0.01% of Judaism. There's still a vast ocean to actually explore. And so thank you very much. You gave me a nice intro into what I need to do now. And that's it. Okay, so you know how much time I spend on Chabad? I spent about 2.5 hours on this space and another 8 hours in 2004. My entire life, to be honest. That's it. Period, end of story. Because I have tons of things that I need to learn. Okay? I have, like I enumerated, like hundreds of thousands of books that I have to still go through. And, whoever went through all the works of the Khatam Sofer, okay, solid. Okay, who went to all the works of, the Shlach Kadosh? Just to read him on the portion will take you a whole year. So go ahead. I'm saying is as follows. I know some people are hurt. They want to get to the truth. They want to bring it out. They want to dox people. They want to fight the rabbi. Whoever he is, coming back from Kentucky, which is fine, but it's futile. It's a first step. Intro into Judaism. Take it. Say l'chaim. Eat your pizza. Move on. Zehu. Finished. End of story. Because there's a vast ocean out there, and you never heard me on this space. Again, it's all recorded. Everything is fine. Never gonna bash a Jew in my life. I'm just gonna say, just move on. It's nice to have, as I said, before 3 hours. Labubu, nice, cute, like you said, glitter, fuzzy feeling. Everything is great. Kids are fantastic. Keitana, Yiddishkeit, tefillin, whatever you want to put on it. Cherries on the top with sour cream, okay? But then, there's Judaism. Judaism is meat, bread and butter. You need to start eating. You need to start developing. And don't miss out on the party because the party is not started. That's what I'm saying.
I gotta run. Yiska, Rabbi Ori, Michal, love you guys for what you do. You guys are freaking awesome. And guys, if you really do want to advance your Torah study, come to Rabbi Ori's Wednesday Parsha space. It is seriously a gift to Klal Yisrael that he gives, and I have yet to find the person who left feeling worse than when they got there. So seriously, come take advantage of this man's knowledge, and you won't regret it. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you so much,
Halsey.
Michal, I have to go for about 15 minutes. I sent you a DM. Can you hold down the fort, or should I close the space? I know there are people that want to hold down.
No, I can hold down the fort.
Yes, I want to thank you, and Michal, I want to thank you. I gotta really run because I have Meyer now. I have a prayer, the evening prayer.
Okay.
Maybe if it's still open, I'll come later, but I have to go until 8:15. It's now 7:47. Sorry, 7:44 in Israel. Okay? So I enjoyed it with everybody, and thanks to Fred and everybody. Again, I illustrate the point that no Jew is against any Jew. We're just trying to clarify things, and everybody is A-okay with everybody, and let's keep the smile going. Come on.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. We appreciate you so much. Everybody, before he goes, follow him, please.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you giving us so much of your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
What a pleasure to listen to him. Okay, Iska, go ahead and do that, and I can hold down the fort here.
Do you want another co-host before I go? I see Levy's back here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
if you can, yeah, Levy can come over.
Okay. I invited him.
Okay, if you can, I hope.
You can. There's no pressure. I'll be back. I just have to take my dogs out really quickly. I was waiting because of the rain.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
kind of gone down now. So I'll be back. If someone's talking to me, I'm not here. So give me 15 or so minutes. Around 8 o'clock. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Oh, Levy, you can pick it up from here from scratch.
Well, here's the thing. I don't see any type of a mechanism that would let me actually control anything. I didn't see that. I still.
Oh, she didn't. Did you not get an invitation as co-host?
I guess I don't know. I don't appear to have. I'm happy to help out. I've never really done that before, but I'm happy to help out.
Oh, okay. You know what? You can just act like a co-host without. You can just call the shots. It's basically the same thing.
Okay.
Anyway, we can. You were just here when Rabbi Ori spoke, and Disa, I wanted to ask you quickly. I'm sorry. I just quickly want to know what Rabbi Greengrass or what's his Lipskit, if he wanted him back. Okay, I guess he's gone. I mean, Disa's gone, and I tagged this rabbi that I unblocked, and he apparently doesn't want to come back, so I guess it's too much for him.
Well, one small point I'd like to make, I guess, in the meantime, is that none of this is brand new, so it's not like it's urgent. Another thing is that talking about it isn't going to change their philosophy or their hashkafa, their worldview. So we're not going to change them. And as we saw with the few Chabad people that came in here, even discussing it for them is very triggering. So that is worth remembering as you go forward in the rest of your life, is that, you know, when you interact with them in the real world, they will be generally very great people, very nice people, very knowledgeable people. But that doesn't mean that this needs to be a topic that you engage them with, because you may not be able to have a productive conversation. So it's worthwhile to treat them with all of the Havas Yisrael that they deserve and that you deserve, because by doing that yourself, you are going to elevate yourself.
No, they're great people. That's why it's a little bit hard also on this end, because I've never met a Chabad person that I didn't think was really a great person. They're great people.
Just to kind of be the bad guy here, the devil's advocate, are they so great when they're making rap songs, making fun of me?
Oh, no. Yeah, I didn't like that. That's what spurred off this whole thing. And you guys can see it in the purple pill. That's what got me a little bit nuts, and that's what got me bringing the topic up to Iska. That's what got us into deep discussion. That's what got us into speaking to Chabad people, and that's what got us here, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna I just kind of thought about this because I just saw that video not too long ago. That is Lashon Hara. That's 100% Lashon Hara. Even if like it was a bunch of snags, a bunch of Lithuanian guys from Lithuania. Even if it was a bunch of Lithuanian guys from Lithuania, just like, man, get the rippy, you know, like, I mean, it kind of reminds me of like whatever. Forget what saying that. It was like a couple of Lithuanian dudes that were out to get the Rebbe. It's like, how does that make it okay to publicly out that? We're just gonna out that. That's what the Jews did. These are the Jews did that, and we're gonna make like every single non-Chabad Ashkenazi.
Oh, so his name is John. So you do know him. Okay.
I don't know him personally. Just
okay.
other internet.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you start talking about, you know, what you did, immediately I thought about him. That's why I asked if you knew him. So I guess you do know each other.
I've seen him in a lot of rooms. I don't think I really had a conversation with him directly yet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. But I think what you guys, both of you guys actually say is interesting. But the reason I think it's interesting is because I see a lot of people these days, they're kind of like I know a guy named Conservative Atheist, I don't know I heard rumors that he might pass away, but he used to espouse Christianity. Like he thought that the religion was great, it was, you know, very moral for society. All of these things, he's also conservative, like I said, and I just think he's Christian. But he's an atheist. And I start to see a lot of people like that. Sometimes I meet kids out there, they identify as Christian nationalists. And listening to them, they believe in the culture and the religion itself. Listen very carefully. They don't really look at it in terms of an actual God here that would actually I don't really hear it like that from you. Love yourself more than you love me. So I find it interesting. There's this sort of view of perspective of this Christianity.
Do not let Darren LaHood steal this election. And do not let the SBS.
little bit more. A lot of these people are more into like classical philosophy, Aristotelian philosophy. They're starting to get more into that. They're shedding their sort of like New Atheist scriptures. Anyway, yeah, that's what I hear. Really interesting. I am surprised those atheists are contradictions. Not the way that said, hey, you see the contradiction here.
Did you know about the SBSC
good nature, with the best qualities of God's good nature, right?
So, do you believe in the spiritual?
Well,
But you don't believe like in a spiritual, immaterial spiritual.
I think everything is material. That neurotransmitter reactions in your brain that allow you to process negative thoughts, which is hyper-interpolation of molecular interactions. So I think there's a physical representation of our thoughts. It's just that they're not dynamical.
You're not like a substance is immaterial, and then you have the physical, which is like the brain and all of that.
I came up with a tri-reality duality or dual space relation. Software which is the actual brain and the anatomical surface. The operational mechanisms that would be like if you had a function X equals Y, where you have some operations that allow that equivalency to happen where you map your inputs to your outputs, right? That's how I define a triality relation. That, it's one thing to consider the software in the mind and then the hardware with the physical substrate environment, and then you need something there that allows that to happen right now. Chemistry, atoms.
Yeah, he talks about like the icons, the window screen or something. It's kind of interesting way. You have an interesting way of reality too.
Yeah,
he has a book titled "He's Against Reality."
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Sophistication, like being able to have medical properties, which mostly is Mexican mammals and some avian species, species of birds as well, but mostly mammals contribute medical properties. And also you have like squids, cephalopods. So it's not, we're still learning about like that whole range of cognitive capacities that around you, but self-awareness. So metacognition is the basis of humans, especially because you progress through generationally passed knowledge in a way usually these concepts, which took us about, and increasingly in our evolutionary period around like less than 10,000 years. The origin of language, which I think when it comes to talking about creation theory, we give a benefit to God. The origin of language makes sense and say the universe had a beginning, as we could say in history,
I think that'd be a good discussion in the future, Cap. But you can close it out, Greg, and then I'm gonna have to close this one out. He feels that our reasoning capacities cannot be captured by conformist system, and he was an argument that this guy John Lucas, to this effect, where he tried to use it, he tries to use Gödel's incompleteness theorem to prove that our reasoning kind of transcends these formal systems, and he's right about that. Like, he is right. I think that he's like, he takes it in the wrong direction. Like, he's right that our reasoning powers can't be captured by formal systems. But he's wrong to suggest some kind of alternative mechanism to manipulative mechanism. He has this kind of, yeah, the missing is the thinking is teleological, it's not just mechanistic. So he's wrong to suggest that, he's wrong to look for the answer in some other mechanism. I'm specifically referring to the metaphysical categories of the system. Appreciate you guys coming out, and just want to make another day of people that came out. Us to listen to each other, new things, for yourself.
another room tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go to the desert. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, and have a blessed day. If you reject that concept, it's because you haven't thought about it for more than 15 seconds, and all you do is talk, and you never listen to suggestions. Those types of debates so much.
ריבונו של עולם.
Oi, noi,
Obviously, parallel to each other. And
Hitler actually did.
even if listen, wait, even
Don't make me find me her Facebook. I'm gonna be at her and her kids. Who the fuck gonna do something to me? Yeah, that pretty girl who Facebook.
Consciousness remains locked to these two. In order to pass beyond, they must leap one last special hurdle. A small entrance to the peak must be found by each of us. In this state of ecstasy, a far-reaching alchemical transformation can take place. The person represented by the moon is a reflector of light, while the person represented by the sun has become a source of light, embodying the qualities of wisdom and spirituality. He or she is no longer just a mirror like the moon, which reflects the sun's light without being able to radiate light or warmth itself. He or she has found the ultimate source of inner light. He or she radiates divine wisdom and love upon the whole world, infusing it with the light of transformation. Something new and transformational is being ripened in all of humankind, just as fruit is ripened through a chemical process caused by the sun. On this account, too, the fool faces northwest toward a direction which, for Masonic and other occult reasons, has for millenniums been symbolic of the unknown and of the state just prior to the initiation of a creative process. The traveler's eager gaze is fixed rapturously on a distant height. Beyond and above him, he is that which was and is and shall be, the deathless, fadeless, life principle subsisting eternally behind all modes of existence. His inner robe is dazzling white, representing the light of perfect wisdom. Dimly traced in the folds of the neck of this white garment are the Hebrew characters of the divine name IHVH Jehovah. This name, according to Kabbalists, is represented by the three parts of the Hebrew character for the letter Aleph. The white undergarment is almost wholly concealed by the black coat of ignorance, lined with the red of passion, fire, and material force. His outer garment is embroidered with what seems to be a On this account, too, the fool faces northwest toward a direction which, for Masonic and other occult reasons, has for millenniums been symbolic of the unknown and of the state just prior to the initiation of a creative process. The traveler's eager gaze is fixed rapturously on a distant height. Beyond and above him, he is that which was and is and shall be, the deathless, fadeless, life principles subsisting eternally behind all modes of existence. His inner robe is dazzling white, representing the light of fool, the fool, the fool, the fool. You are ready for a new beginning, perhaps even a quantum leap. Give in, dare to leap, even if fear holds you back. Trust the voice from within your heart. The sun symbolizes the creative and transformatory powers released by the melting of basics.